When we tried to raise, go to court for land rights, and we came from the land owns us, the British system couldn't take that in. They had no way of understanding what we were saying. They just couldn't see it. The land grows all of us up, and it really does. No human is older than the land itself. It just isn't. And no living marsupial is as old as the land itself. Everything that's been and gone with life in the flesh has died. But the land is still here. And to me, that seems so natural, to come from the land owns us, because it's the ancient one, not us. We're the children who come and go, take what we need for that short time of our thing, and then we pass it on to our children who came here for another short period. So the human's experience of living is for lots of short periods coming up, but the land stays the same, forever. And I think that's where that land owns us is coming from. But when we try to use that in our first case up Yirrkala for land rights, we lost. And so we had to get used to saying we were the land owners, or, traditional owners, these are the terms that are used here, based on where our country is, by where our grandparents came from or lived. And that's what brings me back to this place here. Is not far from here my people came from. The Peterman to here, to Kadajuda, to Uluru. And see, that kind of thinking you take in the oursness instead of the mindness, because the oursness includes everybody owns this land. We all do it. Lots of people are responsible for it in that oursness. But when you start applying the oneness for this little quarter-acre block in the suburb, look how little you've shrunk from that oursness, which stretches from the horizon to horizon, and the clouds are your ceiling at daytime and the stars at night. And to that size of you and what you're responsible for, to shrink down to this little box, my house, my car. Look how little my car is, it's so small in comparison to what is ours, and you're part of that oursness. And you feel that so well, that you feel good when you're in that space, and you kind of feel you're living with family when you include everything that is alive in that space. And that it's a huge space, and there's a lot of specimens of everything you can possibly imagine there with you. And then you grow up knowing or believing or accepting that these are all your family. You can never feel lonely in that situation. You just can't. How can you when all around you is family members, from this ground up to all the trees around you, to the clouds hanging up around you, the birds flying by, the animals and reptiles that are just hidden in the shrub there for now, but can come out if they want to, hunt around for their little food, and then they can become food for us as well. It is a beautiful way of being. And that's the way I lived till I was about... The earliest record that's about me when I was institutionalised is when I was taken into the Alice Spring bungalow from here, from 150 k's from here to the Sunrise direction, when I was 7 years of age. You see, so my full life of my childhood was spent a bush kid. And I think that's why I've got such good memories. And just inclusive of including my family, all our system, your mother's sisters are your mothers. Your father's brothers are your fathers. So you got multiple parents. And you extend that out to grandparents in your way. You can just imagine how many grandparents you got, how many uncles and aunties, how many other brothers and sisters, belonging to the other family members. It's just, the oursness just keeps growing. The oursness just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And that's the beauty of that oneness. Oh, it's so inclusive. It doesn't push anyone out, but it brings everybody in. And the completeness of being who you are, where you are, is a really good feeling. You know, it's a beautiful feeling. I wouldn't exchange it for anything. That's why I'm here, right beside Uluru. I am so lucky.